All right. I'm interviewing one of my roommates right now to make up for an online exam that I did not complete. It wasn't my fault. I put all the blame on the teacher. So, all right. My name's Dan, and this is my roommate.
I'm John Doe.
His name's John Doe. All right. All right. During the semester, I've been giving John some pointers, and we're gonna interview him and see how it's been working out for him. All right. First question. Uh, what was your workout habits prior to meeting me?
Well, first of all, before I met Dan, my workout habits were kind of pretty bad. I used to have really bad form and just care about putting up as much weight as possible. And I noticed muscle soreness all the time. I really didn't care about how my body looked. I just wanted to get as big as possible. But with doing so, I saw sacrifices in muscle pains and stuff like that.
All right. What about your eating habits?
My eating habits were even worse than my lifting habits. I would eat fast food 3-4 times a week, eat a lot of fatty food, not a lot of protein, no vegetables ever. I was always eating large meals at a time, 3 huge meals a day.
All right. So now, after what you've learned, have you decided to eat healthier now?
Yeah, I've learned that when lifting or trying to stay in shape, you're supposed to eat 5 to 6 small proportion meals a day instead of 3 large meals. And I've learned to eat a lot healthier, not as much fast food or fatty foods or anything. And I've noticed a lot in definition, and I feel healthier.
That is good news. All right. On a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate your prior workout knowledge before meeting me?
Before meeting it, I'd probably say my prior workout knowledge was a 3. Like I said before, my form was really bad, and all I cared about was weight, not form, and it really took a toll on my body.
All right. Well, how would you rate your workout knowledge now after this process?
Well, since you've taught me about the proper form techniques, how to a proper bench press, or shoulder press, my weight has actually dramatically increased since the form because I've seen more muscle definition and I just feel better.
Feel better. All right. What are some facts, key points that you've learned? Some main things that you've learned or remembered from this?
I've learned basically to eat a lot of small proportion meals a day and lifting different workouts high rep workouts will give you more muscle definition, but then if you do low rep workouts you'll get more size. Also running a lot, that burns a lot of fat to make you look better, increase muscle definition. And then you need to after workouts, I learned you should be taking proteins to give your muscles the amount of nutrients they need to heal and grow.
What about the way you've went about lifting now? Have you changed anything?
Well, I've learned that reps, it's not as important to put up as much weight, and that once you start using the right technique, you could actually lift more than you would if you had poor technique.
Right. All right. What are some positives that you've gained from this experience?
Some positives that I've gained are I've lost a lot of fat and increased a lot of muscle definition, just by changing my techniques in better form, doing cardio, eating healthier. The small proportion meals help. Drink a lot of water. I've also learned about how to train body parts together, back and biceps you could do in the same day, or chest and triceps, stuff like that.
Calisthenics, using no weight, is also a good thing you could do. If you don't have weight, if you don't have access to a gym, maybe you can do stuff in your dorm room, some abs and stuff.
Push-ups.
All right. What do you think Oh wait, do you plan on continuing these habits like between semesters and from this point on?
I plan on keeping the workouts and techniques that I've learned from Dan in future because I feel healthier, look better, more definition, and I'm gaining strength and muscle mass. And I appreciate the help he's given me.
Do you have any comments about the fish that are going around you right
These
now?
fish, they're pretty wild.
They're pretty great. They look like clownfish, maybe. There's some coral in the background. Looks pretty cool.
Yeah.
All right,
I didn't know I could hold my breath this long underwater.
so because from your new workout techniques, you develop gills when you do obliques.
Oh yeah.
I forgot to mention that.
Thank you.
All right. What do we got here? What about? Do you think you've gained more in you think muscle definition or size, or in your numbers?
I think I've gained more in muscle definition, but at the same time, because of the reps and the proper technique, but I also think since changing the technique, it has increased my size and strength. And I think the form helps actually increase strength over time because you're not putting the pain and aching muscles aren't there with the proper form.
Hey, what any comments on the university's little what is it, lifting room or whatever, their fitness center?
I don't know. It's kind of, I'd say low quality. There's really not a lot of, I think there should be more benches and less machines. I really like the sit-down row machine, and I'm pretty disappointed they don't have it.
Yeah, it's pretty small. It's like it's a cheap price, but it's kind of what you're paying for. They have like retarded machines that do nothing, and it's just basically for girls. There are some hot girls there though, so that's good.
Yeah.
Like when they're doing like cardio.
Especially when you're behind them in cardio.
Yes. So do you do a lot of cardio now because there's girls running in front of you?
Oh yeah, I always sit on the bikes now.
It's a good place
Just
to
know
be.
they're always in front of me.
All right. Last question. What is your favorite memory from this semester and lifting and everything?
My favorite memory? Well, one day after a nice chest workout where I set a new max and it was 275. I went into the bathroom to change my clothes and there's some big guy just singing Taylor Swift in the shower. And it was the funniest thing I have ever seen. This big 240-pound man with his high voice singing Taylor Swift. I don't think I could think of a funnier memory this year.
Do you look at him differently now when you see him in the weight room?
Well, now when I see him, even though he may be stronger than me, I always think he's soft because, he's just singing Taylor Swift.
Taylor Swift is hot.
Even though she is pretty gorgeous.
She is. All right. Any last words for this interview? Anything?
Last words, I'd say follow Dan's advice with workout knowledge. He seems to know it. I'd say 10 out of 10. I'd give him credit for knowing.
All right. I would like to thank you for doing this interview because I need a grade for my exam.
Thank you for the proper knowledge.
All right.